Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? Yes, this is Gettin Geeked episode 16 with me, your host, Danny Allen. Yes, another week has gone by and we have news, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did my TikTok videos, I posted the Power Rangers discussion on TikTok and the Blade discussion from last week on TikTok, both of which passed 30,000 views each. Whoa! 30,000 views and tons of comments. All of you guys are commenting your thoughts. Some people think I'm salty about the Green Ranger. It's far from the truth. I told you guys in that video, I respect the guy. But it's just, if you're done with Power Rangers, and you're still, if you say you're done with Power Rangers, and you're still profiting off the fan base, doing Comic-Cons, comic book stores, you're not done with Power Rangers. You're still profiting off Power Rangers. That's my whole point. I don't care. That's my favorite Ranger. But for him to say he's done with Power Rangers, the show is just, it's not the same as being done with the franchise. That was my only point. But yes, that was last week. And now we're in a new week. Episode 16. And we have some very, very special news. We have the Super Mario movie, Super Mario Bros., coming out. We have the Chucky Premiere. Another Superman rumor. Now, then we have some Spawn movie news. Spawn getting another try, a remake. And then to close off the show, we have some Goosebumps news. Goosebumps. Yes, the iconic 90s kids rejoice. Will it be good? It's yet to be seen. Remains to be seen. All that coming up on today's episode of Gettin Geeked. How are ya? How the hell are you guys? How you doing? Let's talk about this. The Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer. It came out, was it yesterday? Yes. Thursday. Came out October 6th. It looks amazing. Okay? Before this movie came out, they announced the cast. And everybody was concerned that Chris Pratt is Mario. Listen, I'm not saying they need the guy from the games, but Mario has very specific sound, and I don't know if people want to hear that for 2 hours or an hour and some change. Whatever the movie length is, Chris Pratt is trying here. It's just Chris Pratt's voice. Well, it's Chris Pratt. Is that good or bad? We've only got one line of dialogue from that trailer, and there's like a slight New York accent there. It's not too thick. I'm going to give it a try. I'm more concerned about the world building here. It looks very huge. They put a lot of money into this thing. And for all the fans of Mario 64, Super Mario Bros., all the old school games, I think this is not only for us, but for the kids now that like Mario Odyssey, the new Mario Kart 8, is it? The Mario versus Rabbids? Yeah. I reacted to one of those trailers years ago. There's just this movie, Mario has the capability to transcend the video game adaptation. Granted, this is still animated, but the fact they're doing a full-blown movie, this can definitely lead to spin-offs. There's rumors of a Donkey Kong movie coming with Seth Rogen. This is just good news for Nintendo. They are expanding into the film verse, films, and the fact that they put in the effort and it looks, the CG or animation, it looks super, super clean. Super clean. I was very, very impressed. With that being said, the internet has problem with Mario's ass. Mario doesn't have enough cake, apparently. What are you doing, you freaks? You fucking freak. And what are you doing? It's Mario. Are people really sexualizing Mario like that? Like, where's his cakes at? Where's his booty cheeks at, dude? Like, that's what you're thinking? Who are these people that are complaining about Mario's ass? And why is that the focus of this trailer? They had to pick out something, right? They had to pick out something. Anyways, I digress. I have more of a problem with Chris Pratt's voice compared to his ass. And I'm willing to give Chris Pratt a chance. I need the full trailer. I need to see him in a conversation as Mario. This is not a Sonic the Hedgehog situation where, Sonic looks bad, let's boycott it until they fix it. Chris Pratt is Chris Pratt. You're not going to get him to change his voice. It's done. This movie's done. As far as the other cast, I heard Jack Black as Bowser. Cool. None of these characters have definitive voices. They have like simple lines of dialogue for the games. They have expressions. They don't really. It's kind of like it's more. There's more dialogue than Zelda, because there's no dialogue in Zelda. But there really isn't dialogue in Mario either. So I'm very optimistic about this Mario movie. I want a Super Smash Brothers movie. So if this Mario movie does great, that's just a stepping stone towards the Smash Bros. Let's go. Gang, gang. Anyways, what did you guys think of the Super Mario Bros. Trailer? I was like, where's Luigi? Where's our guy? And then right when I said that, boom, we see that fool running, dipping out like a G. I'm in 100%. Chris Pratt better not disappoint. But other than that, I'm in. Comment below your thoughts. Coming up next. Oh gosh, we got some news. Chucky, the premiere of Chucky came out, guys. Season 2 of Chucky. Have you been watching? Did you watch Season 1? Did you like Season 1? Listen, I understand Chucky, Don Mancini. I understand that he wants the new generation, Gen Z kids, teenagers of today to fall in love with Chucky as a character, as a franchise. He has to win those kids over. And I think he's doing his best here at trying to appeal to that demographic. With that being said, I don't think he is giving the focus, like, he knows that the real fans, he knows the fans like Gen X, millennials, he knows that we're going to watch Chucky. So he has to try harder to convince the newer generation to stick around. It's got to be modern. And I think he's done a great job incorporating the old into the new. I would prefer more of the old. But, that's just me, though. Not to say what they're giving us is bad. I don't want week to week for Chucky. I don't want week to week shows, period. And especially on Sci-Fi, where there's ads every 10 seconds, or not 10 seconds, every 10 minutes there's an ad. It's just super annoying. What year is this? 2022. And you're giving us ads every 10 minutes. We have to go to the Sci-Fi app, the USA app. What? Dude, Sci-Fi needs to get bought out. I don't know who owns Sci-Fi or USA. They all need to migrate to like a Hulu or a Netflix, Amazon. These side apps, these second tier apps like Sci-Fi, USA, they not only do they not work efficiently, you can't tune in when you're supposed to, like a Game of Thrones. You know you'll be able to watch it when it comes out. I tried to watch the premiere of Chucky season 2, and I was met with 3 dots on the TV. And I closed the app, I tried it back again, nothing. So I wasn't able to watch Chucky during the premiere. And then because I missed the premiere, they don't put the episode out until like the following day or midnight or 11 p.m. Something. It's like, bruh, if it's out, it's out. If I have to download the Sci-Fi app, it better be out when it streams. Like, what year are we in? But let's just talk about the actual episode of Chucky season 2. It was great for the first episode, but like I said, I needed more meat. They start out with, spoiler alert, they start out from what happened last season, and then they do a 6-month flash forward. I wish they would have wrapped up Andy's storyline a lot better. I know they left it open-ended, but they really took their time getting to the church/prison boarding school theme of the season. They took their time, and it was just a little disjointed because you literally have all these characters family, like they don't have their families anymore, pretty much, besides that blonde girl. She has her mom, the politician. And so you have to write around the fact that they don't have parents, and you have to get all of them together in order to make this story work. And I feel like they're bending their backs to try to make these kids happen, like as a friendship. And the fact like Homeboy's taking the fall for Chucky, like I like it. I just need more Chucky. There's not enough there for me to personally invest into. I don't know if I want to watch week to week anymore, especially with the ads and the way everything's set up on Sci-Fi. I just want to wait for the season to wrap, or at least get a few episodes stacked up, because it's just not worth my time to watch at this point on the app, to have it freeze like, oh, tonight's Chucky, I need to set the time so I don't forget, and then I go to watch it and it literally doesn't load. It took me out of the whole experience of watching the episode. I had to watch it the following day. So I don't want them to undercut Andy, Kyle, which is what they're doing. They haven't brought back Tiffany just yet, like we want them to. They're really just drawing everything out, and that's the problem with television. You have the story, but you have to stretch things out. And you don't have to. Just write a compelling story like a Cobra Kai. They don't have to stretch anything out. There's just so much to do, so much to tell. They just need to get to it with Chucky. I feel like they're lollygagging a little bit. It's not a bad show. It's just not my favorite right now. What did you guys think the premiere of Chucky season 2? Did you like season 1? Do you like what they're doing with these new teenagers? Are they pulling their punches a little bit? What do you think? Comment below and let me know what you guys think about Chucky. What you guys fucking think about it? Coming up next, I'm tired of Superman rumors. Oh, is Henry Cavill coming back? Oh, Henry Cavill's gonna be in the Black Adam movie. Oh, he's gonna be there for Comic-Con. They fooled us, man. Warner Brothers, Comic-Con happened. Dwayne Johnson came out on stage, got booed, and now there's rumors from fan screenings that Henry Cavill is going to be in the end of the Black Adam movie, teeing up another solo movie for Superman. Do I buy this? I'm going to say there's a 50% chance that this is real. We don't have... There's some leaked fight scenes from Black Adam on TikTok. So where's this leaked Superman footage? If you're able to film that Black Adam scene, then where is the Superman footage? Prove it. Where is he? Until I see Henry Cavill in Black Adam, I do not believe it. And I don't believe we're getting a solo Superman movie yet. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. Now there's rumors. The Trinity's coming back. Ben Affleck's coming back. Obviously Aquaman's coming back. Wonder Woman in Shazam 2. Rumor is, the Flash still ends with Keaton being the Batman. So where does that leave Affleck? Affleck's going to be in Aquaman 2. There's just a lot going on. We just need to hold out until this Black Adam movie comes out. And then we'll get somewhat of an idea of what they're doing. I don't personally, if Superman is in this movie, cool. But when it comes down to it, it's a Black Adam movie. And I would prefer Shazam to be at the end of Black Adam. And that might be a hot take, right? Because it's Henry Cavill we're talking about. But no, Shazam and Black Adam, that's the Joker, Batman kind of deal. That's, Lex Luthor, Superman type of thing. Shazam and Black Adam go hand in hand. So I would rather have Shazam at the end of Black Adam, teeing up a Black Adam for Shazam. But if it's a Superman cameo, even better, I guess. I don't necessarily need a Black Adam versus Superman movie. But if that's what it takes to get Henry Cavill back, they have the same managers. So whatever. I'm down. What do you guys think about the Superman news? Are you excited? Do you believe it? Is Black Adam, or is Superman going to be in Black Adam? Is he going to get a solo movie? Let me know. Let's talk about it, guys. How many months or how many years at this point have we been waiting for Cavill to come back? Rumor is he was asking for too much money, and Warner Brothers didn't want to pay him what he was asking, his rate or whatever. But now there's a new sheriff in town. Got David Zaslav. He's taking out the checkbook. He's writing checks. Come here, Henry. What do you want? What do you want for this? What's it gonna take for you to come back as Superman? Well, I'm gonna need however much, 20 million, whatever the fuck. I don't know what his rate is. Yeah, there is a chance that new Warner Brothers will pay Henry his worth, or whatever he's asking, whatever Henry thinks he's worth. Henry does The Witcher, and he does the Sherlock Holmes thing, right? That's on Netflix. Is Henry a box office draw like a Dwayne Johnson? That's questionable. Henry Cavill hasn't led a lot of his own movies. He's always, he's in the cast, but he's never the lead. So I think Warner Brothers had, they could have told him, hey bro, you're not really worth it like that. Like, you are Superman, but you're not bringing in the money. His Man of Steel only made like 600 million or something. But that was back in 2013. Henry Cavill's done a lot more since then. So I totally get where Henry's coming from. Listen, dog, I'm over at Netflix. I'm doing The Witcher. I'm doing Sherlock Holmes. It's like I'm doing stuff. If you want me to be Superman, this is my number. This is what I want. And Warner Brothers is like, and then Dwayne's in the corner just staring at him, like staring at Warner Brothers, like. Dwayne is probably like, I never get booed, and I got booed at Comic-Con. We can't have that. Or maybe, but listen, maybe they couldn't bring out Henry at the time, so because he was doing The Witcher, so they couldn't bring it back. I don't know, guys. I don't know. There's a lot going on right now with Warner Brothers, with Discovery, with the Batman Penguin show. There's just a lot going on. What do you guys think? Superman cameo, Black Adam. Is he getting a solo movie? Let me know in the comments section. Let's go. Next topic. Coming up next. Oh, yes. This is juicy, guys. We've known for years Todd McFarlane has been wanting to do a Spawn remake, reboot. Oh, well, Tom. Okay, there's some salty people out there regarding Todd McFarlane. Oh, he's been saying that for years. Like, listen, dude, Todd is not like a Hollywood guy. His warehouse for his toy company is in Arizona. He's based out of AZ. Represent. He's not an LA guy. He's not a Hollywood guy. He's like a no bullshit kind of guy. So when he does interviews, he tells the truth. So recently it was announced, was it 2 or 3 years ago, Jamie Foxx attached for the Spawn reboot, which is awesome. That's A-list as far as Spawn is concerned. Now everybody was pissed off because Todd McFarlane said he was going to direct the movie. Because after they botched Spawn in '97, I don't think it's botched. We'll get into that. So back in 2017, Todd's like, "Yo, we're doing Spawn. Oh, we're gonna do it gritty like Joker," but Joker wasn't even out at the time. But he was like, "We're gonna do it gritty. You know, we're gonna, but the studios may not want it because it's gonna be R-rated and it's gonna be gritty and not like a $200 million PG-13 superhero movie. So like the studios won't give me the money for the movie I want to make." So that's his excuse for not making the movie all this time, right? So, but when he did announce Jamie Foxx, Jeremy Renner, the ball was rolling, right? Blumhouse is attached. That's all great news. But then it kind of went radio silent, right? I think it's because Todd wanted to direct it, and he was writing it too. That's a hard sell, dude, and he knows it. So let me get to my point here. Todd McFarlane is saying now that it was announced recently this week. They got the writer from Joker. They got the writer from Falcon and the Winter Soldier who's doing Captain America 4. And then they got another writer that I'm not familiar with his work. That's 3 writers on this, okay? So that's already some A-list, top-tier writers. You got Joker, R-rated, made $1 billion. That's Todd McFarlane's whole thing. He wants to do Spawn low budget. He wants to use Spawn very sparingly, like Jaws. At least this was his pitch. He recently said these new writers have an interesting take that may not line up with the comic books, but is more in line of what Todd wants to do with the movie. And he recognized the fact, like, hey, I'm the odd man out now. All these writers are A-list. We've got Jamie Foxx. So I'm not going to be the weak link here. So I'm probably not going to direct the movie. That's what he said at the Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con recently. He's like, I'm probably not going to direct this thing. I don't want to be the odd man out here. I want a real director. He's like, we have all this A-list now. But can you get an A-list director for such a low budget? Because they want to keep it low budget. He says it's not going to be a $200 million movie. My pick for a director would be Scott Derrickson, who directed Doctor Strange, Black Phone, Sinister, one of my favorite Hellraiser movies, Hellraiser Inferno. He knows the tone. He's a great, like, the cinematography. I don't know. He probably doesn't film it himself, but he has like a visual eye, and the way he forms his movies, it's right up Spawn's alley. So I think Scott Derrickson would be a perfect director. That's just me, though. But people are still in doubt about this movie happening. Oh, people don't really want a Spawn movie, and oh, do we really need a Spawn movie? What is the deal with? Maybe it's because the movie from back in '97 was such a bomb. It's like the opposite of the Blade situation, right? Blade is iconic. I talked about it last week. It's R-rated, great soundtrack, beautiful visuals, and then you get a Spawn, big studio movie, very expensive. I'm not sure the budget at the time is very expensive, visual effects heavy movie. Michael Jai White killed it as Spawn. As far as I'm concerned, he's like the gold standard. The only live action Spawn we have. It wasn't his fault. That the '97 Spawn movie was not the actor's fault. It was the era's fault. But you do have the Blade that's like a year later, but they did go R-rated for Blade. They didn't go R for Spawn. So they weren't able to do the things that, necessarily Todd McFarlane wanted to do. That's why you don't handcuff yourself and you make a PG-13 character out of an R-rated character. It's just, that's the proof, man. So, and then you have John Leguizamo as the Violator, right? The clown. Bravo. That's peak right there for Spawn and his villains. But they just didn't have the budget for the hell. And I can get into a whole thing about the Spawn movies, but I grew up on that movie, so obviously I'm going to have a slight bias towards that. But obviously the CGI does not hold up. But the story holds up. And I don't think you do need to have a big budget for a new Spawn movie. You could probably make a good Spawn movie for $80 million. That's high end. $50 million. And if you're going to keep Spawn in the shadows, use them sparingly, I do think you need to have the Violator in the first movie. He wants a universe. Todd McFarlane wants a universe, a Spawn universe. But you got to make the first one good. With these writers, the Joker writers, Captain America writers, I think you guys can do something. We thought, I wanted a release date. Enough of this. We're in development. We're trying to pitch to the, you got Blumhouse behind you guys. Why? What is going on with this movie? Why is Jason Blum so scared to pull the trigger on this thing? Especially if he's already invested time signing the deal with Todd, saying he wants to do it. If he wants to do it, bro. Help, go finance this fucking thing. What's going on here? But I do think Spawn is very ripe for another adaptation. At first, I was hoping for Michael Jai White to come back and kind of have a redo like Deadpool did with Ryan Reynolds. Obviously, that's not what's happening anymore. But Jamie Foxx is Jamie Foxx. If you're gonna get anybody, he's the perfect guy to do it. What do you guys think about Spawn? There's not really much more I can say about it. Did you like the old Spawn movie? What do you guys think about these writers? Who do you want to direct this thing? Because obviously Todd McFarlane is not going to direct this thing. He already said, 99% chance I'm not going to direct this movie. Who should direct Spawn? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. And the final topic of Getting Geeked with your boy. This is a very, not interesting topic, but a curious topic. Disney Plus. Once again, Disney Plus is doing a Goosebumps reboot series. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced about this. After Hocus Pocus 2, that's another thing. They announced Justin Long is going to be in this Goosebumps series. So now I have to watch it. Granted, I am a Goosebumps fan. The original 90s Goosebumps series is the best you're going to get. You have R.L. Stine in that show, doing the tags, like the beginning and the end, introductions of the stories. Every book was basically adapted into an episode or two. Night of the Living Dummy had multiple episodes. And there were full arcs of the books. And they did it right. It wasn't just one episode. It wasn't fucking 10 episodes, 30 minutes. Granted, there were 22 minutes or whatever. That's that era. But you actually had 3-part episodes. Or 3-part, stories. So when you're doing another Goosebumps series, you are really going to have to impress not only... Well, do you even have to impress Gen X and the millennials? The previous Goosebumps fans? Do they even care about us at this point? Or they want the Gen Z kids to have Goosebumps now, right? Is it going to be as good? There's an 80% chance, 95. There's probably a 90% chance that this Goosebumps series is not as good as the original. It's just not. I already know they're not going to go practical. The only way that they can do Goosebumps right is if they go a Creepshow route. The Creepshow series has surpassed the original Creepshow movies by far. There's 3 seasons, multiple episodes, cameos from a bunch of actors. Also, you have each individual. There's 2 stories in each episode of Creepshow over at Shudder or Amazon Prime, and that's like the only instance here where the new one is better than the original. And the original Creepshows are awesome. So that just goes to show how great the new Creepshow series is. But I really don't have faith in this. They said this series is based off of 5 books, and it's kind of the same deal. The kids have to save their town, and the whole town has creatures running around. That's not what the original Goosebumps audience likes about Creepshow. We like that each individual story has its own thing, and it's not just a bunch of characters running around on screen. You know, the haunted mask is iconic, right? Carly Bath. It scared children at the time. It didn't really scare me because I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street. I was already watching a Nightmare on Elm Street, but watching the haunted mask or whatever, it just, it was for us. It was for us, and there was 2 episodes of that. It was like throwback. It's like, oh, it's a follow up to the last story. So like, it's just, and I remember renting those movies from like Hollywood Video on VHS, DVD, and there was like the episode, only certain episodes were on the DVD, so it's a complete story. So when I hear that Justin Long is coming into this thing for Disney, that kind of, okay, I can get a little excited. But those last Goosebumps movies weren't great. They weren't that great. And, I think everybody knew it. There's a certain grit to the Goosebumps series, a practicality to the Goosebumps series, the aesthetic, the 90s era. It's just going to be hard to adapt to, for a modern audience. And it's going to be like a generic, I don't want to prejudge this thing. But if we can go off of the last Goosebumps, it was very modern, digital, clean, shiny look. There wasn't atmosphere, the mood, it was very lacking. And Goosebumps is very much about creating a mood, a sense of Halloween. There's a grit to the original Goosebumps. So yeah, what do you guys think about Goosebumps coming to Disney Plus? We have the original Goosebumps on Netflix, so I can always watch that. I can always go back and watch the original. It's just a little intriguing that Justin Long is now involved. It's like, okay, you piqued my interest. I'll check it out. Anyways, what do you guys think about that? Comment below your thoughts. And this has been, guys, episode 16 of Gettin Geeked. With me, your boy, Danny Allen. Episode 16. Comment below. What's your guys' favorite topic today? Super Mario. Got the Chucky Premiere, Superman and Black Adam. Got the Spawn movie. Got new writers. Fucking Tom McFarlane over here in his warehouse trying to direct a Spawn movie. Blumhouse is like, please just hire a real director. It's like, we get it, Todd. They botched the original reboot. We get it. But now you got some A-list talent involved, man. Let them handle it. And of course, be on set. You're a producer, obviously. You're the creator. They're not gonna fuck it up. They know exactly what they want to do with the Spawn movie. I have all the good intentions. I'm sending good intentions their way, positive vibes for the Spawn movie. Jamie Foxx is like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm doing the Spawn movie. So like, we're getting it. I hope they announce a date soon. Comment below. You guys have been watching, listening. Episode 16, Getting Geeked with your boy, Danny Allen. Go fuck yourselves.
Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked. Gettin Geeked with Danny Allen.